Welcome to another edition of Chaplain John with Chaplain John Sayers, featuring special reports and interviews with people doing kingdom ministry in Tulare County and beyond. And now, here's Chaplain John.
Revival. It's in our DNA as God's children. And I also believe it's here right now. And it's in our country. It's in our country too. And how can you be a part of it? How can I be a part of it? Hey, how about this? Pray for beautiful feet. Oh, let me read this passage again out of Isaiah 52:7. I did that on a previous post, but I love this. Isaiah says, how beautiful on the mountain are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim salvation, who say to Zion, your God reigns. Wow. Well, I'm on this revival kick right now because I do believe it's right here. And so and if you want to hear some great singing on revival, Google Revival in Belfast. Oh, great music that goes on there. Oh, I love that group. Or that guy that's singing now. I love his songs. Revival in Belfast. But I also Googled the history of a revival in America. And our country, United States of America's had a deep, rich history of revivals and awakenings. For example, the Great Awakening, 1734, people like Jonathan Edwards and George Whitefield helped spark that the Great Awakening. There was a second Great Awakening in 1800 to 1840. There's a businessman's revival. You got to read about that. 1857 to 1858, just a year, but pretty powerful. They have something called the Civil War revival in 1861 to 1865. There you can read about an estimate of 300,000 soldiers were converted evenly between Southern and Northern armies. There's something called the urban revivals, 1875 to 1885. Dwight L. Moody, that name familiar? He helped spark that. Then there's the revivals of 1905, 1906. And then there's a whole group of revivals under this category, the post-war World War II awakening, whole bunch of it after World War II. There's a revival called the Later Rain Revival. Check that out. The Healing Revival. Check that out. And so many more. The one that sparked my attention happened around 1949. And it was the beginning of a revival for evangelicals to be renewed, to be awakened again. And one of the people that helped spark that revival in 1949 was a young preacher. And his name was Billy Graham. Wow. Well, I started thinking, because I really believe that if you and I have a relationship with Jesus, that's now in our DNA. This awakening, it's in all of us. Just pray for beautiful feet. I'll have to read that passage again in a minute, that we can be a part of it. I believe it's always been in our country. I believe you can see it in our forefathers and our foremothers. I think you could see it in the rich history of our forefathers and foremothers. They had a great belief in God. Our country was founded on a belief in God. Our Constitution was written by many who had a powerful belief in God. That sense of awakening and revival can even be seen in our Constitution. Not even sure if that's going to be taught anymore in our schools. I'm not even sure if anymore we're going to hear in our schools. I hope that's not the case. Of a rich history of our country. Don't know. But then I started thinking, and I hope the Lord comes soon. With everything going on around us, I get in a funk sometimes. I go, oh Lord, please come soon. And I can't tell you when he is. All I know is we're one day closer than yesterday. But if he doesn't come soon, I think we can talk about the revival of 2020 and 2020 and 2021. I think there's a revival going in the midst of all these things happening to us. The storms going on in one part of our country to the drought that's happening in California. The war, the Afghanistan, boy, that's tearing many of us apart. That's happening there right now. We're concerned about the border control, what's going on there. The coronavirus. Oh my goodness. One thing, and even in the midst of all of this, I believe revival is happening. Revival is happening. It excites me to even, I want to be a part of it. When I talk about it, there's an excitement I'm having right now because I believe the revival's here. The revival is going to happen with people who have beautiful feet. One more time, Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful on the mountain are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim salvation, who say to Zion, your God reigns. Revival. It's here. Be a part of it. Have beautiful feet. And we're gonna rock this world. Amen.